Hey YouTube, it's time for another one of these questions and answers videos. It's funny, I was originally thinking of just making this a two-part thing, but I'm still getting questions like every single day. I guess I'll just have this go on until I stop getting questions, so if you want to ask some questions for me to answer on camera like this, then in the description of this video you'll find a link to the Facebook fan page thread of people asking questions. And pretty excited to get my way through this video because I happen to have hammer and sickle here, which I finally got working on modern computers. Doesn't like Windows 7, the copy protection on the game is incompatible with newer versions of Windows, so I had to find a fix online for that. In fact, if you Google search Silent Storm, it's made on the same engine by the same people, Google search Silent Storm fix. That's where you'll find a fix for the hammer and sickle. Anyway, back to where we left off. So, there we go. John asks, what's your favorite Zelda game? Also, do you ever plan on Let's Playing one? These questions also go for Metroid games. My favorite Zelda game is Majora's Mask, and I don't really currently have any plans to Let's Play any Zelda games, but I wouldn't be opposed to perhaps streaming Majora's Mask sometime. Haven't ever tested my N64 with the capture card I have, as it's over at my sister's place right now. But I think Majora's Mask is either on the Wii or the Wii U store, and I plan to get a Wii U, and I have a Wii, so maybe I could pick it up on that. I know for sure the Wii streams properly, and the Wii U will when I get it. Uses HDMI. Cyan asks, what was the first wrestling match you ever saw, or the earliest you can remember watching? I don't remember. I wish I could give a better answer, but I just don't remember. Bob asks, what was your reaction when CM Punk was assaulted? Sorry if I spelled wrong. You did spell it wrong. You should Google it if you know it's spelled wrong. Just, if you know you spelled the word wrong, just Google what you spelled wrong. It almost always knows the right word. It's like the best spell check ever. By a crazy woman who screamed to be liberated in CM Punk, or CM did his speech. I want to hear it in great detail. I also found you via Dawn of War Dark Crusade. I know you hate the game, but haha, but what's your opinion on Warhammer 40k universe? I don't hate Dark Crusade. Why would I let's play the game if I hated it? I think the Dawn of War games are awesome. What's my opinion on the Warhammer 40k universe? It's awesome. I have no idea what CM Punk story you're talking about, so I don't really have anything I can say about that. Oh, all the difficult names. It's one of the bad parts about having a very multicultural show is that it leads you to having, or an international show, I guess, leads to having a lot of names you awkwardly don't know how to pronounce. Edvinus? Edvinus asks, stupid question, but I always wanted to ask it. Why are you growing a long beard and hair? Want to be part of Bray Wyatt group? Well, first of all, you spelt Wyatt wrong. It's 2 T's, not 1 T. Second of all, I had long hair and beard long before them. I haven't cut my hair in about 9 years. 8 or 9 years. Haven't cut or trimmed my hair. Just because, I don't know, I like it. And why am I growing a long beard? I like it. It's not really anything more behind it than that. Keeps you warm in the winter. Cold Canadian winters, that's nice too. But I just like having a beard. So yeah. Sylvester? That's an interesting spelling. When you asks, when you mentioned that you can't do certain types of work because of your problems, that made me wonder about... Because of your problems, it made me wonder what other major effects do your disabilities have on your life. It's worded awkwardly, but I think I was trying to ask, just in general, what do my disabilities keep me from doing in everyday life? For anyone who doesn't know, I have cerebral palsy as well as Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Day-to-day things it keeps me from doing. I can't picture things in my head the same way that everyone else does. I know that much through conversation. People always tell me they can picture how to spell things in their head or math equations in their head. I've always been bad at math and I can't spell things off the top of my head because I can't picture that. I can picture it and I know it's there, but if I try to read it from my head, it goes blurry and I can't read it. I don't really know how to explain it any better than that. As for other things I'm prevented from doing, I can't drive. I can't really travel much unless someone else is bringing me there, like they're driving me or something, because I can't picture things in my head, I don't really have much of a sense of direction. My sense of direction, weirdly enough, in video games is decent, but in that's usually, I guess that is usually because you have a map on the screen with a video game, but with me, I can't really go anywhere without someone bringing me there. I can't drive. I can't work in any kind of physical labor kind of thing. My body just can't handle it because the Ehlers-Danlos means joint deterioration. Again, it's why, like, I've made this my full-time job, is because of a huge failed job search of not being able to work anywhere else. My body just can't handle most of this stuff. So yeah. Caroline asks, I was wondering if you have any contact with someone living in the Quebec area. Do you know a bit of French? By the way, I just wanted to tell you that I really love your channel. Thank you. Yes, I do have someone. I do have contact with someone in the Quebec area. Hero, they call me. I'm on his weekly podcast, Hero is Wrestling, where we talk about Monday Night Raw and other pay-per-view events and stuff. He lives in Montreal, Quebec, so I've got contact with him. And do you know a bit of French? Barely anymore. Last time I learned French was elementary school. Here in Ontario, you don't really learn much French, like, unless you yourself pick to be in French immersion and learn French all the way up through school, or if you pick to have extra French courses past the mandatory ones, you're not really taught a whole lot of French, just kind of basic passable stuff, and even then, I don't remember much of it. My fiance is actually fluent in French, as she took French immersion, as well as fluent in Arabic. Brett asks, I have another one for you. Let me click see more. I see the word payday, I'm already excited. In the last 4 or 5 years, what game has gotten a hold of you? A game that you like a lot, like Payday, for example. It could have been a game that, even though you may have trouble finding time to play it, you have always enjoyed playing it. Thanks for the help with the computer. P.S. Thanks for all the help with computer questions and inquiries. Also, I hope you like Banished. Thank you again for gifting me Banished. I haven't gotten to play it very much, but from what I've played, it's been really fun. A game that's really gotten a hold of me in the last 4 or 5 years. I can't think of a game in the last 4 or 5 years that's really gotten a hold of me. There are a lot of games that I love and that I go back to all the time. Most of them are older games than that. I guess the one you could say for the most is Civilization 5. I've got, like, I don't even know how many hours I have on that game. You know what? I have Steam open. Let me check. The lighting's probably going to get really bad because then I'm going through a black screen. What are my hours? Hours Steam? 503 hours on Sid Meier's Civilization 5, and I think second place is Payday 2 at 246 hours. I've been mass leveling in Payday 2, just doing different heists, taking notes on the best way to do each heist, all kinds of stuff like that. I'm almost at Infamy level 2 because I want to be as educated as possible on it for the show, because I'm thinking of making some videos related to that outside of just the Let's Play that I have planned. Bob again asks, is there an old game that you would like to see recreated? Oh, there are quite a few I'd like to see recreated that have passed through my mind. I just need to try and remember them, honestly. I'd like to see Fallout 1 and 2 recreated, because I still love Fallout 1 and 2, but I'd love to see them recreated by the people who made the original, by the way, not the assholes who made 3. I don't want to see that first-person shooter crap. They did such a bad job, and the writing in 3 was terrible. At least in New Vegas, it was mostly written by the old team, but... James asks, if you could go back in time and witness any event, but not change its outcome, which would you pick and why? I don't know. Again, there are too many possibilities. Oh, and by the way, I did some thinking. Someone previously asked if there's, like, one thing you could get rid of. What you get rid of? I thought about it. Ignorance. Get rid of ignorance in general. If you can just get rid of one encompassing thing, the entire concept of ignorance I want gone. Because then, if no one is ignorant, everyone knows everything, then there'd be so many less problems. So I think that's a pretty good one to go with. Andre asks, Okay, sorry. For a second, I thought I missed one. Andre asks, which is your favorite movies, and movie genre? I don't really have a favorite movie genre. I have a lot of movies that I really, really like. I used to be a big movie buff, but I haven't really kept up in the last 4 years, maybe. It was in high school I was a huge movie buff. Clockwork Orange is really, really good. Big Trouble in Little China. God, any John Carpenter movie with Kurt Russell. I don't really have much of an answer, honestly. Melvin asks, I think Melvin asked a question before. Melvin asks, and this has a lot of likes on it, I'm seeing. I shall ask another question. If it gets ignored, I will not care. No regrets. Now with that out of the way, on to my question. Will this medicine cure amphi? I can see why they got likes. No, this medicine won't cure amphi. Nicholas asks, what happened to the Dawn of War tutorial videos and the Dawn of War tournament? I was planning a lot of tutorial videos for it. I was planning like 10, because there's the basics one, then there'd be an in-depth one for each race. It's a project that's just fallen to the wayside because I had the scripts written for like 3 more of them. I was getting footage. I was all ready to record it. Like, record my voiceover and start on editing, and my hard drive died. Like, for any of you guys who were back watching my channel back when my hard drive died, back when I had like 1,000 subscribers, that just completely derailed like 10 projects I had going. I was so productive at the time, and then hard drive death. So I lost all of that. What happened to the tournament? The tournament was also around the time of the hard drive death, although that's not what stopped it. What stopped the tournament was we had a lot of troubles getting everyone together for the schedule and everything. Someone dropped out last minute. There was another person that we didn't really want in it anymore, where we fell out of contact with them for various very good reasons. And the whole thing just got completely derailed. We got like 1 match in. I did my commentary over it and everything. It was great. And then beyond that, it just fell apart. I think it was even my opponent in the first round was the person that we're not in contact with anymore. Oh, another difficult name. Alistair? I think that's it. Alistair, do you have any experience with the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series? If so, which game is your favorite and why? Never played any of them. Maggie asks, I have a few questions. 1, what is your opinion on Twitch Plays Pokemon? I guess I'll tackle that one first. I think it's a really cool concept. I think it's really, really cool, the stuff that's come out of it, and all the stories and how seriously people take it and stuff. I think it's really, really funny, but I do not have the patience or the time in the day to sit down and actually watch it. I love watching people's recaps of it or reading people's recaps of it because I think it's really funny and cool. But I never watch Twitch Plays Pokemon because like my job's a full-time job. I can't afford to do that. 2, do you drink soda? If so, what's your favorite flavor? No, I haven't drank pop since like high school. It's just every once in a while, like I'll have one offered to me. I'm like, sure. I take a sip and I was like, this tastes like shit. I can't handle sugar like I used to be able to, and even then, it's terrible for you and it just tastes bad once you, like, I've been drinking water for so many years now that water tastes great to me and pop tastes like shit. By the way, Canadians call pop pop. Soda is a specific kind of pop here, as would be a cola or something like that. There are different classifications of pop. Pop is the general term, whereas soda would be a specific kind of it. I believe ours might actually be more accurate, and the United States just would always refer to it as something else. Then again, not entirely sure where it originated, so ours is more logically named, but I don't know if it was the first. Guessing this is a fake account. Mason Kelly asks, why the fuck was the guy playing as a girl, lol? That's pretty hilarious, actually. You know, I'm gonna like that. It's pretty funny. Pretty sure someone made a fake account just for that. Because, well, I know it is, because it's named Mason Kelly. Dawson asks, this is the last question I have so far. Have you seen the anime Sword Art Online? If so, what do you like about it? Also, what do you hate about it? Sorry for 2 questions, but no one ever acknowledges me in these before, so it means a lot to me. Thanks. Never heard of it. Sorry to end on such an anticlimactic answer, but I've never heard of it. If it's a modern anime, I can almost guarantee I do not like it. I do not like modern anime at all. The only anime I can think of that I really like is old 80s and early 90s stuff. And don't tell me, oh man, I love late 80s, early 90s stuff too. Akira, right? Akira is terrible. It's the creators flat out said that it doesn't make any sense because it's based off a very complicated line of comic books, and the movie itself does not fully explain things. So don't even try and tell me Akira makes sense. The creators said it didn't make sense. It was just popular because the stunning art style. Fuck Akira. But anyways, now that I pissed off everyone, I think I'm done with this video. So again, if you want to ask more questions for me to answer on screen like this, all you have to do is go down into the description to my Facebook fan page and ask me the question there. So, thank you all for watching, and until next time, have a nice day.